Number 5. The bull shark. While they aren't the biggest of sharks, bull sharks certainly make up for that with their temperament and range. They can be found in warm coastal regions around the world, but unlike others, they can survive in both saltwater and freshwater. This means they've been seen great distances within river systems, and some have been spotted as far as 700 miles inland from the nearest ocean. Typically growing to up to 8 feet long and with a weight of up to 290 pounds, they have a stocky build, and all of this muscle is dedicated to one thing: hunting. Pound for pound, they have the strongest bite of any fish.
Tiger. And the often ignored but dangerous bull shark.
And with razor-sharp teeth lining their mouths, they can tear through flesh with very little effort. They feed on rays, other sharks, and fish, but have a seriously bullish attitude. That means they have a very low tolerance for being provoked. They won't think twice about attacking humans, and are one of the 3 species responsible for the majority of shark attacks. But because they are able to swim up rivers, they're more likely to encounter people. Number 4. The Great Barracuda. The Great Barracuda is a large species of predatory fish that's endemic to the Indian, Pacific, and Atlantic Oceans, where they're often found in the warmer regions at depths of up to 330 feet.
You can look for the black spots on the lower side of its body.
Some have been found to be up to 5 or 6 feet long and weigh as much as 100 pounds, and are one of the most vicious marine predators in the world. They have powerful jaws and incredibly sharp teeth, and can reach speeds of up to 27 miles per hour in short bursts that allow them to catch up with virtually any prey they want. They also show a remarkable ability to plan ahead, and even if they've recently eaten, they will herd fish into a confined area so they're ready to hunt when they're hungry. Attacks on humans are rare, but occasionally they'll mistake a person for large predators and will follow them to take advantage of any scraps they leave behind. They do sometimes bite too, and are more than powerful enough to rip chunks of flesh and cause deep lacerations. If you're ever diving and see one of these close by, be very careful. Number 3. The Stonefish. Stonefish are creepy-looking creatures that live in the coastal regions around the Indo-Pacific and spend their lives camouflaged in the seabed in wait for their prey to swim by. They are the most venomous of all known fish and have needle-like spines that stand up firm when they're disturbed, which injects the deadly toxins. This, of course, instantly incapacitates any fish or other marine creatures, so the stonefish can move in to digest them. But it's also highly dangerous to humans too. Stings are quite common because it's virtually impossible to see the fish before it's too late.
And you can also see here, they don't have scales, so they shed their skin like snakes.
Most human attacks happen as a result of stepping onto one, and the results can be fatal. At the least, it'll be extremely painful. And the antivenom is the second most frequently administered antivenom in Australia. Failure to treat the sting can lead to widespread organ failure within several hours, in what is a particularly gruesome way to die. Luckily, it's been decades since the last known death as a result of a stonefish sting. But that doesn't mean you should be too complacent, because all it takes is for a particularly high dose of venom and you could be the next. Number 2. The Goliath tigerfish. Goliath tigerfish are native to freshwater habitats across Africa, in particular the Congo River Basin and Lake Tanganyika. When fully grown, they can measure 5 feet long and weigh 110 pounds, and have a frightening set of needle-sharp teeth that fit neatly into grooves along their jawline.
Looking now at some of the marks on its head.
Locals refer to them as the Mabenga, which means the dangerous fish, and it's clear to see why. They only feed on other fish. and can decimate stocks of more valuable species. But there's also a long detailed history of them attacking humans with serious consequences. It's believed by nearby communities that dark spirits inhabit the bodies of the fish to make it attack people, and there are regular reports of people falling victim to their extremely powerful bites. While there aren't any known fatalities from this species, there are certainly plenty of people with the scars to tell the tale. It's because of this ferocity that the Goliath tigerfish is regarded as one of the greatest freshwater game fish in the world, and is on the wish list of every keen angler. Number 1. The Great White Shark. Great white sharks are the alpha predators of the ocean, and rightfully strike fear into anything that crosses their path. They are native to virtually all open water and coastal regions around the world where the temperature is between 54 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, but are found in particularly high concentrations near Australia, the US, and South Africa. Adults can grow to be 20 feet long and weigh more than 5,000 pounds, and they are thought to be able to live to 70 years old, or even longer, reaching speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, and with a range that allows them to swim to depths of at least 4,000 feet. There's very few places they won't go when they're on the hunt. They, of course, have one of the most powerful bites in the animal kingdom, and some of the fiercest teeth you'll ever see. There are no known natural predators, and they are, by far, responsible for the most unprovoked attacks on humans. Worldwide, there are usually 1 or 2 deaths per year. But this is almost certainly unintended. While they may originally see us and think we could be a good meal, it's thought they don't particularly like the way we taste, and find us to be far too bony to be worth their while. Since the sharks know in their first bite whether they want to eat their prey, great whites usually leave people alone. It just so happens that they attack with such strength in the first place that by then the damage is already done.